Thank you to the MC. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's always a pleasure to stand in front and come to networking events. As you know, I really have a passion for networking. The story does not change, and I love meeting new people and talking to people. To the Kwambanas, thank you so much for organizing such a powerful event. And also to our esteemed guests, thank you so much for gracing us with your presence. Now, I know all the speakers who came before me utilized their full 1 hour, so I'm looking to take advantage of such. Please do bear with me as I go through my 60 slides. I'm not intending on missing any. I always love to be in Kobe, and Kobe holds a special place in my heart. I'm not only saying that because the mayor is here, no. I'm sure to those who know me, my wife is from Kobe. So because of that, I think Kobe definitely has a special place in my heart. That goes without saying, I'm also Zimbabwean. So you know what happens when you get a wife. That process, the Aurora, scarred me. So it's a bittersweet love for Kobe. Wife on the other side, and then the other, come see me. It's a story for another day. Now, I'm here on behalf of a company called Blue Hector. Blue Hector is an accounting firm that works solely with health care businesses. We provide from your accounting needs, payroll, tax, advisory, management accounts, you name it. We essentially specialize within this sector so that we believe we can actually offer you the best value for what you do. I was only joking about the 60 slides. I'm not even intending to be here for 5 minutes. But what I've actually noticed is we've been sitting for such a long time, and I like to speak with the room. So I'm going to kindly ask you all to be on your feet. Look at that, power to even make the mayor stand up, huh? Now, I'm going to ask you to sit down if you've ever been satisfied with the payslip that you received. If you have ever been satisfied with the payslip that you received, please take a seat. Okay. I would also like you to sit down if you've ever checked your payslip and you had to Google what that payslip meant in terms of your PAYE, NI, and the other information that you're seeing on your payslip. Take a seat. Perfect. I'd also like you to sit down if you have immediately noticed that your payslip was short of the funds that you were expecting. Wait, there's a catch to it. There's a catch. I think you said too quickly. I would like you to sit down if you noticed that your payslip was short. However, on the months that it was more, you did not notice that. Exactly. I expect a few sat to be standing up. Huh? I would also like you to sit down if you've ever been paid late by your employer. If you're still standing, I would like you to sit down if you've ever submitted your timesheet late to your employer. No? Okay, the last question. I would like you to sit down if you've ever received a payslip. If you have ever received a payslip in your life, I would like you to sit down. Look at that, no winner. It's a shame. It's a shame. This actually brings me to my topic. So essentially, in the next few minutes, I'm just going to be walking you through a winning payroll. Now, I understand today is Carers Appreciation Night. And it's always a challenge thinking, how will I speak about something that resonates with carers as well as the employers? And lo and behold, I think payroll is something that unifies us both because it carries such significant weight. So essentially my message today, or the title of my presentation, is titled A Winning Payroll, How to Effectively Create a Winning Payroll Solution. Now, put simply, payroll, the aims of payroll are to ensure that employers are paid accurately, correctly, on time, and that you're complying with the legislation, the local laws. This is where I think a lot of people are found wanting, because you don't want to give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar. I know you know what I mean. I'll move on. Now, why is that important? It's important because we come across some payroll solutions that are outdated. Outdated. And I'll stress why that word is so important. It's the 21st century, and we are seeing employers and employees both struggle with payroll. In some companies, employees are still receiving paper payslips. Who here receives a paper payslip via post? There's one hand in the room. It's still happening. I believe most of you now it's via email or via a portal that your workplace provides, which again is a good sign not of an outdated payroll. Employee payslips are not coming, or payments are not coming on time. You know you get paid on the last day of the month, but you don't know when that money will hit your account. Yeah? It's happening to some people. Some, you know, when you wake up, the funds are in your account, but for others, you don't know when. You know the date, but the time, again, we leave that in the air. You receive a lot, this is to the employers now, you receive a lot of calls after payroll from your employees because they've just so many questions and they're not understanding what they're getting paid for or how you've calculated hours in the month. It's happening. Again, I'm just laying out all the signs or some of the signs that highlight an outdated payroll. And also, you are not storing or saving your payroll data. You are still using manual solutions to run your payroll. You might be wondering, why does a business need a winning payroll solution? I think if we had time, this is the part I would actually engage with the room, but I know we've been running a bit late, so I will skip that part and move on swiftly. But put simply, a winning payroll solution will benefit your employees. As someone said earlier, employees are the backbone of what you guys do, especially in the healthcare sector. Now, if your employees are paid on time, forget fairly, are paid on time, constantly, you boost staff morale. I know we love what we do, and I know some would actually work in this sector for no pay. It's a well-known. In the healthcare sector, you need to be called to work in this sector. It's not one you go in for the money. But still, that doesn't mean that people should not be paid on time and in full. The morale that you boost for your employees would actually impact the end user care that is being given to service users. Again, something that I'm actually passionate about as well. Compliance. By making sure that you have a winning payroll solution, you're compliant with the laws of the land. You file your RTIs on time, you make payments on time. Another topic for another day, because I am told a lot of providers are not paying their RTIs to HMRC. And the good news is Rachel Reeves is looking for money, so I've seen an increase in investigations from the HMRC. So if you're not up to date with your RTI payments, PAYE tax payments, please make sure that you bring your account to balance. Efficiency. A winning payroll is efficient. Payroll is not a drag for employers. You feel like you're constantly doing payroll, whether you pay weekly or monthly. You dread payroll. Now imagine the employer dreads payroll. How about the person who's getting paid? What confidence would they have that what they're getting paid is actually going to be correct, accurate? Again, food to think over. I'm always told I have a special gift of turning every room I stand up to speak into almost a funeral. And it's no surprise that by the looks of people's faces here, I don't know whether I've scared people or I've actually lost a few people. But anyway, I'm just here to say, you know what, at Blue Hector, we can actually help you streamline your payroll processes. How do we do this? We work with you to make sure that you have accurate record keeping. When HMRC come for an investigation, again, they don't need a reason to come for an investigation. They could just come as a compliance check. You need to be able to produce 4 years of records. Who here is keeping 4 years of their payroll records? One half hand at the back. You're doing a wonderful thing. Please feel free to put it up fully. Exactly. Can we give a round of applause, please? Now, if they find that there's actually something wrong, they can actually request 7, 20 years back. Again, let's make sure that we have adequate systems in place that are actually keeping good record keeping. use a system, a software to manage your payroll. Gone are the days of using those, I'm told they're called abacus calculators. Well, they are before my time. Before I calculated to be an accountant, and someone is telling their age by laughing at that joke there. Train your employees how to run payroll. Be payroll compliant. It's as simple as that. You can't just take an administrator and expect them to run your payroll. It's one of the functions that I say, you know what, if you do not have the skill set, feel free to outsource, because it's important to what you do and it's important to your business. Carry out reviews. How are you receiving timesheets from your employees? How are you recording their hours? How are you paying them? Someone mentioned travel time. Employees are not getting paid for travel time. Employees are not getting paid for trading. It's things that are happening, and it's things that most providers are actually found. I'm sorry, I'm sticking with the carers tonight because it's their night anyway. So I'm sorry, employers. It's things that employers are being found on. If you notice that you're doing something that is not correct, i.e., I'm sure we all know minimum wage has gone up, right? 12.21, yeah? Then I know for COS staff, there is this, is it 12.21 or 12.80, yeah? Oh, people are not sure now. For staff on COS, is it 12.21 or 12.80? 12.82. Is it 12.21 or 12.82? Spot on. So for anyone who is actually issued a COS license after the 9th of April, it's 12.82. If you issued your COS license before, it has to be at 12.21. Now, I'm an accountant, but I have to keep up with the legal or employment law to ensure that when we support healthcare companies, we know what we are talking about. Again, what you get when you go to someone who specializes with the field that you're in. I know if you had gone to my friends, the solicitors, they would have charged you for that knowledge, so you're welcome. Put simply, what am I just trying to say today? I'm trying to say, I call this my SPs. You need to have systems, processes, policies, and procedures for what you do within your organization. Yes, it's payroll. What systems are you using to run your payroll process? What's the payroll process? Do you actually have it documented somewhere? I think that's the time I'd say my time is up. Do you have processes, the process written down that your employees follow and they understand? They know how you do payroll in your organization. What is the policy when it comes to payroll? Has it been given to your employees when they join you? Do they have to second guess when they get their money and how they get it? And the procedure, how do you actually run that payroll? Again, food for thought. Ladies and gentlemen, timely and accurate payroll. This was my message today. I don't know if there are any questions. I hope not, because I have not been saying anything that warrants a question. But it's been an honor to actually be in front of you and to present. To the providers who are here, we are giving away a free expenses guide, so please come see us at the back. Again, it's not a paper copy because we love to save trees. We'll email it across to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Sam.